we've got Georgia, man. And there's a reason why we saved them for last because, I mean,
they're not defending champs, but they are projected number 1 seed. And I think they are ranked number 1 right now, aren't they? Or is that Ohio State?
Yeah, I think they're ranked number 1 and Ohio State is number 2.
Yeah, we'll see how long they can keep it. Georgia does have a tougher schedule this year, as Skeeter has already shown his hate toward Georgia because Skeeter thinks it's a tight race. Georgia will not make Atlanta come December. Their schedule is too dang tough. Okay.
He's not wrong about the tough schedule.
He's not wrong about the tough schedule. Problem is, when you're the number 1 team in the world, you're a favorite against everybody, even if it is a tough schedule. Look, I don't know. I don't know how they'll fare. I will say this. I don't have Georgia going undefeated. So you can't hate on me, Skeeter. You can't, actually. It's fine. I'll take it. Look, that game against Clemson. Skeeter's leaving. We appreciate you, brother. Enjoyed it. Yeah, see, he just came to watch the Missouri thing. I got you. No, I'm joking. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Georgia will lose to Bama, says Voss Time. We'll get there. 100%. But this game against Clemson, and somebody mentioned earlier that Clemson's going to be Georgia. I don't see that. This is like one of those Georgia spanking of a games like Oregon, and who else did they play where it was just completely annihilation? Was it Florida State? Did they play Florida State and whoop the crap out of them? Who was it?
That was in the bowl game.
Yeah, that's right. Who was that? They played another team in like week 1 or week 2, and it just wasn't close. I can't remember. But either way, Georgia, I think, handles Clemson. I don't think Clemson's that good. I just don't.
I totally agree with you.
I don't, man. That's just the way I feel. Tennessee Tech, that's another dub. At Kentucky, they got LED lights now. So hold up. I'm just saying that might boost Kentucky to another loss. So give me Georgia in that game. At Alabama, this is going to be game day. This is going to be, like everything you can imagine. SEC Network's probably going to be at this game. Your mom and grandmother is going to be there. This is the very much one of the higher, other than like maybe Ohio State, Michigan. This is going to be one of the bigger games in the regular season that you want to see. Alabama, Georgia. I think Georgia takes care of Alabama. I think Georgia's going to be just fine this year. Once everybody gets out of jail from speeding tickets, I think they will be just fine. I think that's going to be an emotional win. I could see a rematch in these two teams, and I think whoever wins the first matchup won't win the second one. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Auburn. That's a dub, but that's a big rivalry game. Hugh Freeze is pretty good at rivalry games. I wouldn't be shocked. Even after they beat Alabama, I would not be shocked if Auburn pulls an upset there. Mississippi State, that's a good win there. At Texas, this is going to be another really good game. At Texas, I don't know why I didn't put this there. I've got Georgia winning, but I'm second guessing that 100%. Because I have Georgia's loss coming a little bit later in the season, and we're going to get there just a second. But I could absolutely see Georgia losing that game 100%. You got Florida. At this point, Florida could be head coachless. I don't know. We'll see. I've got them beating Florida. Going at Ole Miss in the Grove. I don't think they get it done. I think Ole Miss is poised to have that year this year. And I think this is the loss for Georgia in my prediction. Tennessee, they get the win. As bad as it hurts to say that, it's just Georgia's a pretty solid team, man. They got depth unlike anything other. I like my defensive line. I like tight ends. I love our quarterback. But when you're talking about a full team, Georgia's just there with a lot of other teams in the SEC, unfortunately. UMass, they play UMass. But see how they play UMass at home? It's crazy. It's not going to matter. They get the win there. And then they beat Georgia Tech to finish the season 11-1. The floor, I've got Georgia's floor actually at, you're not going to believe this, but I've got Georgia's floor at 9-3. It could be a year like that. Obviously, their ceiling is 12-0, even with the tough schedule. I just think Georgia's that good of a team.
Your three losses are Ole Miss, Texas, and Alabama.
100%
on the road.
Yes, all on the road. Yep. That's pretty straightforward, too. And that's something that kind of does work against Georgia. Like, if I could redo this, I probably would actually have Georgia going 10-2 this year. Losses to Texas and Ole Miss.
That's fair. And it is crazy that their 3 toughest games this year are all on the road. I mean,
yeah,
if you add in a 4th toughest game,
it
would
Kentucky.
be Tennessee.
Kentucky, 100% on the road.
I was gonna say Tennessee.
Oh, I thought we were sticking with the on the road thing.
No,
yeah,
no,
my bad, my fault.
They do get Tennessee at home. So,
yes.
I would say that Kentucky is not even their 6th toughest game, but
No, I put Tennessee Tech above Kentucky, honestly.
I was thinking UMass.
Yes. Georgia Tech, that's an in-state rivalry, 100%.
Yeah, there you go.
They gave them problems last year, okay? Like, I'm just saying, Georgia Tech, they got something for them.
Yeah, all right, so clearing the board here, Clemson, week 1. I am totally with you. This game is in Atlanta. I am not high on Clemson at all. Let's see.
That's kind of what I was getting at.
That's not a bad take there.
That's what I was getting at, though. But I would have to be wrong in Ole Miss. Like, I would have to be completely wrong in Ole Miss. But yes, that is a scenario I'm talking about where whoever wins the first game probably going to lose the second game, and then in the playoffs probably could. I don't know how it'd end up at that point, but yes, I can see that 100%.
Yeah, that is not a bad take at all there.
No.
Now that would be one of those things that
People
Josh Payton.
Alabama's downfall because Nick Saban ain't there is going to be in for a rude awakening. I don't think that's going to be the case whatsoever.
Yeah, that would be one of those things that Josh Payton would put up as a bold prediction, but it is very possible.
It's already happened though, so is it that bold?
Yeah, you never know. All right, so week 1, Clemson in Atlanta. I think that Georgia absolutely curb stomps Clemson. I think that
I agree.
You've got a program that is completely declining in Clemson because they're not staying up with the times of the transfer portal. Georgia, easy win in week 1. Tennessee Tech, week 2, that's a win as well. At Kentucky, these are 2 programs are completely different levels. Georgia wins by a lot. I'm not getting thrown into that trap that I did last year of this is going to be a close game, but Georgia wins. But I will say, our most viewed video of all time on YouTube. So
yes, 100%. Because I misspoke. It's all good. DUIU might be beat down after the Ole Miss game and barely wins in the following week. Have a letdown and gets upset by the Vols. Ooh, so back-to-back losses for DUIU is what James is saying. I tell you what, for Georgia to lose,
he said barely went in against Ole Miss. So.
Oh, okay. I see. My fault.
Yeah, but then
they might be beat down, which allows Tennessee to win.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Hey, I'm fine with that. Anything that gives our boys a dub, I'll do it. I'll do it 100%. Even if I need to call and text their starting quarterback over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Don't think I wouldn't one of them. Look, I'm just saying, like, I'll do it. I'll find the number. I'll call Carson Beck. I'm joking. I won't do that.
But Kentucky, week 3, this is just Georgia curb stomping Kentucky in this one. Starting off season 3-0. Both teams, Alabama and Georgia, get a bye week before this game.
It's great, bro. The hype around this game is insane.
And, if this game was later in the season, I would feel a little bit better about Alabama. But I think with it as early as it is, Kalen DeBoer, even with the talent he's got, I think there's still going to be some kinks that they're going to have to work out. So I think Georgia gets the win here in Tuscaloosa in his first game. You get Auburn following that game. That game is at home. Rivalry game, I think is going to be close.
After an emotional win?
Yeah. I
could be one of those games where you're losing in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of those letdown games that you pull out. So I think you get the win against Auburn. You get a win against Mississippi State. And I will say, I went back and forth on this game all preseason long.
I'm still going back and forth with it.
I am as well. But last week, I chose Georgia to win this game, and I'm not going to back off of that. Georgia wins against Texas.
Justin does not agree with you. Get wrecked.
Finally not.
Yeah. He doesn't agree with me either, but it doesn't matter. And he didn't agree with you. So,
and here's my take on this one. I think whoever wins this game loses in the SEC championship game.
Yep. So you think it's going to be Texas, Georgia?
I think we'll see a rematch of Texas and Georgia in the SEC championship.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. You get a bye week before the largest outdoor cocktail party, whatever they're calling it now in Jacksonville. Doesn't matter. Not going to be close. Georgia wins in this one again. At Ole Miss. I'm not quite there on trusting Lane Kiffin in the big games. So I've got
we're going
Georgia. Well, that's the wrong one. That is
that was me.
That was yours. That
was me. Yeah, okay. I was like, whoa.
I've got Georgia winning this game close. Very close. I will say this, looking at it now, I love the spot that Tennessee gets Georgia this year. After a huge game against Ole Miss on the road, and the week before Tennessee plays Georgia, you get a home game against Mississippi State. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to pick Georgia to win this game until they prove me otherwise.
They have beat us 7 years in a row.
Yeah. So Georgia over Tennessee, and then you finish off the season with wins against UMass and Georgia Tech. I do have Georgia going 12-0 this year. And that is
wow.
Georgia has won how many straight regular season games now?
They haven't lost to a single team not named Alabama in the regular season or postseason since 2020.
Until they prove me otherwise, I'm going to pick Georgia to go undefeated.
So, to be honest with you, we both should have predicted them to lose to Alabama. Let's be honest.
Not Alabama, but to Texas.
No.
Well, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Their kryptonite is Alabama.
But is it? Or was it Nick Saban?
Boy, don't even start with me on that. I'm just saying. I don't know. It would if they go undefeated this year, they will win the title 100%. Even in the playoffs. If they go undefeated in this schedule, nobody can cry about it. They are your like undisputed number one ranked team in the nation, probably winning it all 100%. Like it's insane. That's just my take.
I completely agree with you.
So what's your score then? Because you've already given us your ceiling.
Yeah, ceiling is absolutely 12-0 because that's why I have them going. I've also got 9-3 as a floor. I think that, as we mentioned, the three toughest games that they play this year are all on the road, and that is Ole Miss, Texas, and Alabama. I think that you win at least 2 out of 3 of those. So I do see a loss somewhere, or I can see a loss somewhere. I don't see you losing all 3 of them for sure. I could also see you losing 2 out of 3 of those.
Yeah.